Dear students, today we will study or discuss the family Poaceae. This is the last family in your syllabus. So, the earlier name of this family was Graminae, and its systematic position, that is class Monocotyledons, series Glumaceae, family Poaceae. And the older name it is Graminae. Now it is known by the name Poaceae. And this is considered as one of the largest and most widely distributed families of the flowering plants. Nearly consists of 668 genera and 9,500 species. And this number is in accordance with the findings of Mayberley in 1997. So, the family is cosmopolitan in distribution, that is, it is present everywhere. That is coming to our slides. Before that, I once again repeat the taxonomic or systematic position of this family, that is class Monocotyledon, series Glumaceae, family Poaceae. So, like that of the previous taxonomic classes, here also we will discuss about the vegetative characters and floral characters. First we will discuss about its vegetative characteristics. Actually the members, most of the members are annuals, or rarely we can see perennial herbs, and sometimes tree like bambusa and dendrocalamus. Herbaceous examples I am not explained with a photograph because these are all familiar herbs. That is annual herbs, for example, Oryza sativa, that is rice is one common example. Then perennial, that is its sakaram, that is sugarcane. That's why it is not explained with the photos. It's very familiar. And but the tree species like that is bambusa, that is bamboo. Here the photographs explains this bamboo species. Here there are so many species are there. These are one of the fast growing trees, that is Bambusa arundinacea and Dendrocalamus strictus. Okay, so actually this Dendrocalamus is looking like bamboo itself, but it is somewhat tough, and it is used mainly for making furnitures. Okay, that is Dendrocalamus and Bambusa species. Then coming to root, we are very familiar with the fibrous root system because it is one of the major identification characteristics of monocotyledons. But some differences may be there. That is, here one photograph is actually this Siamese, that is Siamese is the cone, in Malayalam it is cholam, and here it is adventitious, sometimes fibrous branched and fascicled or stilt roots. You can see this, and that too these fibrous roots are highly branched also. Okay, and these are some interesting points related to the root system of this family. Then coming to stem, that is under presence of this underground stem is a common occurrence. Here we can see this underground rhizome in bambusa, that is in bamboo. Here we can see this underground stem, and perennial grasses cylindrical come with the conspicuous nodes. That is, in case of this that is the stem of the grasses generally called as spelling CULM. Okay. Then the with the conspicuous nodes and internodes. Here we can see this as with the nodes and internodes. The two leaves are with the sheathed leaf bases. And herbaceous or woody, glabrous, that is shiny. Vegetative shoots are arising from the base of the aerial stem or from underground stem are called tillers. And this is actually the tillers. Here you can see this. Tillers or small shoots are emerging. This is the diagrammatic representation of the tillers. And here the tillering, what is tillering? That may be asked for 1 or 2 marks question. And that is the tillering is a specialized branching in grasses that occurs from the base node and grows independently of the mother stem by means of its own adventitious roots. That is, it will resemble like that of the runners. Okay, and that is tillering. And that small shoots are called tillers. That is tillers. Okay. Then it is that tillering is the characteristic of this family Poaceae. And coming to the leaves, leaves are alternate simple distichous. Distichous means here it is a short answer is given, that is this even though it is opposite or alternate arrangement, sometimes these leaves are arranged in 2 margins on both sides of the stem, then it is called distichous. Okay. Exstipulate, that is without stipules. Sessile, ligulate, absent in some species like echinocloa. That is, ligule is nothing but some spinous. Here we can see this, if you are closely watching this near to that leaf sheath labeling, there we can see some spine like structures. Okay, here it is not spikelets, that is small. When we are doing practical I will show you, and that is called ligules. Okay, then leaf base forming tubular sheath open surrounding the internode incompletely. Ligule is present at the junction of the lamina and the sheath. Okay, 2 pricks, spine like structures just in that area. And it is, suppose you are just pick small grass from your nearby areas from your home, then you can examine that 2 pricks will be there, that is this thing, ligules. Okay, and linear parallel venation. Okay, then next is the floral characteristics. First we will discuss about the inflorescence. Here compound spike which may be sessile or stalked. Most probably it is sessile. The spikelets are arranged in various ways on the main axis called rachilla, and the diagrammatic representation is there in the next slide. And here we can see closely watching, this is triticum, it is wheat, this is oryza, that is rice, and here this is avena, that is oats. Okay, that is, what is this spikelets? So this spikelet consists of a short axis which is called a rachilla. Here we can see this rachilla. This is a diagrammatic representation of the inflorescence. Here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikelets. Okay, and commonly we can see lower 2 bracts are there, and these bracts are called glooms. Okay, that is lowermost one is gloom 1, then gloom 2, then we can see this spikelets. Okay, and this is a original spikelet. It is in 2 stages, and that is the structure of this spikelet. And otherwise sometimes the inflorescence is composed of these spikelets which are arranged in racemes. Here we can see this, which are arranged in the form of this and these spikelets which are arranged on the common axis. But the spikelets, when we are closely watching, these spikelets are arranged in the form of racemes. Okay, sometimes panicles or spikes are also there, and this spikelet is the ultimate unit of inflorescence. So each one is called this spikelet. Here we can see this original spikelet. Here we can see this, and here which is more clear, and here it is the original form, and And coming to the structure of spikelet, that is the spikelets are which is arranged in variously on rachis or rachila. So, spikelets may have only bisexual sexual flowers, or may have bisexual and male flowers, or may have male and female flowers. That are the three conditions we can see the general organization of these spikelets in Poaceae. That is what is, once again I am repeating that is bisexual spikelets, or sometimes a particular raceme with this spikelet is with a bisexual as well as male flowers, or bisexual as well as female flowers. Clear? So, each spikelet has very short or minute axis called rachila. Here inside this also we can see this rachila. Okay, and this is the close up of this what this spikelet. There also inside we can see this small axis which is also called rachila, on which bracts or glooms are arranged in two vertical rows. That is here together this is a centrally located rachila, and there we can see this bracts, and which are otherwise called glooms, are arranged in two vertical rows. Here we can see in this figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spikelets are there, and which are arranged on this rachis, which are called rachila or rachis. And the lowest two glooms are sterile, that is this lower gloom and the upper gloom, that is gloom 1, and we can consider it as gloom 1 and gloom 2. And these two are not with any sexual organs, sex organs. So, these are considered as sterile bracts or sterile glooms. Okay. And the upper one are fertile, and each of them substance a simple flower in its axis. So, all the other glooms above these two glooms are fertile. Okay. So, the upper ones are fertile, and each of them substance a simple flower, and this fertile bract or gloom which substance the flower is called a lemma. So, now we can see this labeled one. So, this is the fertile gloom, that is which are called, these are nothing but bracts. Gloom 1 and gloom 2 are the lower, which are sterile, and then we can see these spikelets are arranged in the form of racemose manner. Okay. Suppose we are closely watching a spikelet, there we can see a fertile gloom or bract which is called a lemma. Okay. Up to this, is it clear? So, the flower is enclosed by another membranous structure from above, and which is called pallia. Okay, just above to that lemma, you can see still more smaller one, which is like a lid, a base and a lid. Okay, and that one is little bit smaller than that of lemma, which is called a pallia. It is considered to be the bracteole. Lemma we can consider it as bract, and smaller bract which is called bracteole. So, pallia is considered as bracteole. Thus, the flower is enclosed by the lemma from below and by pallia from above. So, the fertile glooms which is lemma are closely similar to that of sterile gloom. Okay. Here this sterile glooms too, and this lemma is also very much similar to that of this the infertile one, that is lemma then followed. Okay, that is the actual structure of this spikelet glooms, and inside that we can see the flower is with this sexual structures. Okay, and sexual structures we can see this structures, and before that we can see this one more item is there, that lemma frequently bears a long stiff hair called awn. AWN, on. And in some species both this bracteole, that is palea, is also with this on. And in here we can see this is an actual one, that is here we can see the on 2 on 1. Here the both the lemma and palea is with this prick like or strong pointed structures, and which is called on. Okay. And now we will discuss about it, the flower characteristics. That is, flower is bracteate because this lemma and palea is there. So, bracteate and bracteolate, that is because the palea is there, and sessile, incomplete, sometimes hermaphrodite. If it is with the male flowers, it is incomplete. If it is with the bisexual flowers, then it is called a hermaphrodite. Or irregular, zygomorphic, hypogynous, cyclic flowers. And there is no petal or tepal differences, only we can see this perianth, and which is represented by membranous scales called lodicules. Here we can see this lodicules, small membranous structures, and here also we can see this lodicule. Here it is diagrammatically represented as green structures, and here it is small green structure. Here in between two, a small portion is there, that is representing the perianth. Okay, so that is called lodicules, and the lodicules are situated above and opposite the superior palea, or maybe sometimes absent, or many or two or three in number. So what is this lodicule? These are representing the perianth. Clear? And here we can see this definition for, if it is asked for 1 mark, we can write like this: a small green or white scale below the ovary of a grass flower is called a lodicule, and you can add this also, this is representing the perianth. Okay, clear? And coming to androecium, usually stamens 3, rarely 6, and 1 in various species of some species. Here it is, try to remember. Then filaments long, anthers dithecus, versatile, that is the speciality. Swinging anthers, that is versatile anthers. Then linear, extrose, pollen grains, dry. Here we can see this anther structures. Okay, and this is a floral diagram of this spikelet. Here we can see this lower one, it is the lemma, upper one it is the palea. Okay, and here it is split structure, that is bloom 1, bloom 2, and it is representing, here it's a general figure, and lemma, palea is a little bit smaller than that of the lemma, then lodicules. And here we can see this stamens, and here this ovary, and that's a gynoecium. Monocarpellary, according to some others, carpels 3 are 3, of which 2 are abortive, that's why it is appearing as 1. Ovary superior, unilocular with a single ovule. Basal placentation, style short. Here we can see this style is very short. Here we can see this style, stigma, style is very short. Okay. Okay. Here also we can see this only ovary is stigma is labeled here because style is very short. Then basal placentation, then stigma 2, feathery or papillate structures, feathery or papillate structure. Here we can see this feather like stigma. Okay. And sometimes branched. Then coming to the fruit type is caryopsis, and it is a type of achene with a pericarp completely united or adherent with the seed coat. Or sometimes two conditions are also there, that is nut, for example in Dendrocalamus, that berry in Bambusa. Here we can see this structures, berry, and Dendrocalamus, that is nut. and this is a very familiar seed, that is the rice seed, that is endospermic, containing a single cotyledon, because these are monocotyledons, and which is this single cotyledon is called as scutellum, which is shield shaped and pressed against the endosperm. It's very small structure, scutellum. And this is a floral formula, that is zygomorphic, bisexual, perianthus 0 or 2, that is lodicule in brackets, anthers are 3 or 6, gynoecium 1, superior ovary. Okay, that is the meaning of this floral formula. And now we will discuss about the economic importance of Poaceae. This question may be asked for 4 more questions. 4 more question. So the and coming to the structure, that explanation related to the economic importance. So this family is very important because cereal grains are coming under this Poaceae. That's why, for example, Oryza, that is rice, and Triticum aestivum, that is wheat, and these two cereals are cultivated from time immemorial. Okay, and the family, for our convenience, we can divide the economic importance into different heads, like food, fodder, sugar, ornamental, medicinal, like that. First we will discuss about food grains, that is Triticum aestivum, that is wheat, Oryza sativa, rice, maize, that is normal maize or corn, and then Hodium vulgare, that is barley, Sorghum vulgare, that is jowar, then Avena sativa, it's oats, Penicetum typhoides, that is bajra, that is pearl millet, are examples from this food. Fodder, that is Cynodon dactylon, that is karagapullu, then panicum, Cymbopogon, and so many species are there. That is the sugar, that is from Saccharum officinarum, that is sugar cane, is cultivated for the production of jaggery and sugar. So these are the examples. Here we can see this maize, that is corn, and here it is Hodium vulgare, that is barley, and here we can see this Sorghum vulgare, that is jowar. In Malayalam it is manicholam. Then Avena sativa, that is oats. Okay. Then one more slide is there. That is, this is Penicetum typhoides, that is pearl millet. In Hindi it is bajra, Malayalam it is kambam. And not actually not, we are not very familiar with this kambam. Okay. Then Cynodon dactylon, that is karagapullu. Then here it is Cymbopogon, that is lemongrass actually. This is a genus. It is with that smell of strong smell of this lemon, and it is very widely used to extract lemongrass oil. Okay. Then agrostis, and this is also very common. So these two are used as fodder. Then this is a poa. This is a type specimen for this family. It's very common in our fields, that is paddy fields. It is, and also in lawn. That is, it's a actually it is a nuisance because it is very common in our area, and it is considered as some unwanted grass. Okay. Then this is Saccharum officinarum, that is this karimbu. Then building, some of the Poaceae members, for example Bambusa, Dendrocalamus, they are using as building materials and furniture. Here we can see the Bambusa vulgaris, that is the yellow bamboo. It is also with used as ornamental variety also. And this is the Bambusa talda, that these two are used as building materials. And this is the Melocalamus, that is this is the climbing bamboo. Okay, climbing bamboo. and some aromatic grasses are there. For example, this Vetiveria sisanoides, that is Ramacham. Okay. So Andropogon odoratus, that is ginger grass, that is Symbopogon citratus, it is lemongrass. Symbopogon martini, it is geranium grass. Symbopogon javaracasa, etc. are there. That is, these all are with some alkaloids which is used to, and from these grasses some alkaloids or oil volatile oils are extracted. Okay, and this is Andropogon species. Then Symbopogon martini, and some of them are medicinal. For example, Phragmitis carca. Then Symbopogon that is, the species is Schwananthus. Symbopogon Schwananthus. These are medicinal properties are there. Then Secal cereal is cultivated for infection of its inflorescence, that is Claviceps purpurea, for the production of ergot. And actually this ergot is a disease, but when this fungal attack occurs, the ergot is produced, that is patire with some black moss, and in that area we can extract that ergotin. Ergotin is an excellent remedy for that is uterine contraction. Okay. Then paper industry, that is bamboos. Some of the other species is also Dendrocalamus is also, even though Dendrocalamus is also used in paper industry. And this is a Secal cereal, that is rye. Then these are some of the ornamental grasses, that is Ringyletrum, that is the very beautiful that inflorescence is there. Then here it is very familiar, that is Crotonaria selenoa, that is that grasses which are used to grow as ornamentals. Okay. Besides these, a number of grasses are grown to form fine lawns and playgrounds. So from these all characteristics, we can conclude the family to read or remember the general characteristics or distinguishing characters of this, or diagnostic characters, and mostly annual herbs with a fistular stem or sometimes tough stem. Then leaves distichous with a sheathing base and ligule. Inflorescence unit is spikelet. Perianth is reduced to lodicules. Sometimes it is absent. Anthers are versatile. Stigmas are feathery. Fruit is caryopsis. Generally speaking, fruit is caryopsis, and rarely we can see berries and nuts. Okay, and here it is, mostly herbs, stem joined, fistular, cylindrical, leaf simple, alternate sheathing, then sheath open, ligulate, inflorescence compound spike, flowers zygomorphic, hypogynous, protected by pallia, perianth represented by 2 or 3 minute scales, that is lodicules, stamens 3, versatile, carpel 1, style 2. Carpel 1, and remember 2 will be abortive. Then style 2 or sometimes 3, stigmas feathery, basal placentation, foot caryopsis. Remember that. Testa fused with the pericarp. That is the characteristics of this caryopsis. Okay. And thank you for patient listening of these many classes. Okay. If you are having any doubt, please ask, and try to study, and important points, try to remember the important point from this Poaceae, and 1 4-mark question, that is briefly explain the structure of this spikelet. Okay. Then 2 more questions may ask for lodicules, then about this stem characteristics, like that. So many questions you may get. Okay, thank you for patient listening. Thank you.